It is May the 2nd, 2011, and apart from the really massive story that came out in the news yesterday, there was also the news also broke about the fact that yet again the trial has been delayed, and a lot of us expected that it was probably just going to be delayed for a couple of weeks, but no, it's going to be and we're not going to see a trial until September. It looks like it's probably going to be around about the end of September. Jury selection is going to be starting around about the beginning of September. But I'm on here today to vent my feelings, my anger, which I'm sure a lot of my fellow Michael Jackson fans are feeling exactly the same way. It is beyond believable, and you know, living in the UK as I do, it is just beyond comprehension as to how exactly justice, or the justice system runs over in California, that this man, Conrad Murray, can be allowed to roam free, unhindered, for nearly 2 years now, after being involved in Michael's death. I mean, obviously, you know, he's innocent until proven guilty. We know that, of course, because of Michael's trial in 2005. But, however, he is heavily implicated in Michael's death, and he is still allowed to roam the streets. He doesn't show the slightest signs of remorse for his actions. He doesn't look as if he's suffering at all. In fact, he doesn't look as if he has a care in the world. And none of this, to us, guys, it just makes any sense. It just doesn't make any sense. As it is, I think they were struggling in regards to getting a jury for the trial when it was due to start at the beginning of May. I think postponing it now to September, they're not going to stand any greater chance. In fact, I think they'll find it even harder. But maybe that's what they want. You know, this is the problem. I don't know about you guys out there, but I kind of get the feeling sometimes that, you know, it's like there's a party going on, but you are not invited. You know, is there's something out there that we guys just don't know about, that we're missing? You know, and the thing that I cannot comprehend is where's the family? Why aren't they screaming and shouting like we are? You know, I mean, I'm sorry, I know and I understand that, you know, they had their differences, but if that was my brother, regardless of what our past history had been, I'd have been screaming and shouting from the rooftops. I'd have been saying, hey, listen, this isn't right. This guy's still wandering around free. You know, this is not right. And what about his friends? What about, you know, Teddy Riley? What about Al Sharpton? Al Sharpton, you were the one who communicated with Aaron Jacobs, saying that you would help. Where are you? Where are you now? You know, that this isn't right. This cannot be right. You know, I just cannot comprehend it. Murray's lot were the ones that were pushing for an early start to the trial, and now they're saying, no. You know, Murray said, yeah, he's waived his rights to allow his defence team to do what they need to do. And it's just crap. It just seems they're calling all the shots and they're being allowed to. All I can say is that I'm damn sure that if it had happened over in the UK, Murray would have been locked up by now. And maybe in some ways it's good it didn't, but, you know, I just wish it had, because then Murray would have been under lock and key over here. It's not right. I don't understand it. I don't understand why people aren't making more of a fuss over this. As I say, it's just a feeling that, you know, there are things that we're not being told. But I don't know, you know, whoever is behind all this out there, if there is something going on that we don't know about, all I'm saying is, if you think that by constantly using delaying tactics that people are going to forget, that his fans are going to forget, that the fans are just going to melt away, then forget it. We ain't. all that happens, all that you're doing is making us more determined to try and look and find those answers. And we will one day. We will put two and two together and make four. But all I know right now is that, you know, Michael isn't here with us. Purportedly he is lying. He is in Holy Terrace. He's in Holy Terrace. And we ain't getting him back. And somebody took him from us. Now, whether it was Murray or whether he was a full guy, I don't know. I don't know. Who knows? Who knows? And the other thing is, and this is directed at Michael's family, is listen, guys, you don't realise how many of his fans are out there, and we're still suffering because we won't get any closure. We probably will never get any closure, but you know, one way we can get some sort of closure is to get answers to these questions. And it ain't happening, and nobody seems to be, you know, eager, even with his family, to get the answers to the questions. And I don't get it. I just don't understand it. You know, because if that was my son or my brother, I would be screaming. I'd be wanting justice. I'd be wanting bloody Murray's head on a plate. You know, I wouldn't. I mean, yeah, I know it's been going on for nearly 2 years. It's easy to get complacent. But if that's your son or your brother or your uncle, you know, you're going to keep fighting. You won't give up. And that's why, you know, to all of us, the fact that, you know, the family, well, it certainly wasn't, the family wasn't there yesterday. Catherine, bless her, has been there at most of the hearings. But she's the only one. And during the preliminary, there were no press conferences from the family. You guys didn't say anything. You know, this is all really, really strange. And you know, well, it's all I say is that to the guys out there who are calling the shots, seriously, if you think that us fans are just going to melt away because you're going to drag this out, as I said before, it isn't going to happen. You know, it just strengthens our resolve, and it just unites us more. So you know, bring it on. But we will get answers one day. We will get answers to those questions. But it just breaks my heart just now. It really, really does. Because the thought of waiting for another 3 months at least to see what the next move is going to be. And as I say, I despair. I just do not know where you're going to find this jury from, unless you're going to go into the depths of the rainforest in South America. That's practically going to be the only place where you'll find someone who has not got an iota of what this is all about. Anyway, that's me, rant over. Here's hoping, guys, that you know, as time goes by, we will get more answers. I don't know. But I just needed to let off some steam, because this ain't right. We still, you know, I don't want a cardboard cutout there. You know, I'd rather have had the real thing. But Murray took that from us. Murray or somebody took him from us. You know, and he didn't ask for it. He didn't ask for any of this. And he's still going through shit, and the media's still attacking him, and you know, it's tough. It's tough bloody well being a Michael Jackson fan. And I'm fed up with the heartbreak that goes with it, and continually fighting, and I just wish people would realise, you know, how tough it is for us just now, and how hard a lot of us work, and how much of our lives we put on hold because of it, and the juggling acts that we do. But we do it because Michael gave so much of himself. He made the ultimate sacrifice, and you know, we can't turn our backs on him. We mustn't. So we are going to stay united. We will get answers to our questions. If I have anything to do with it, even if I remain the last woman standing, I want to get answers, because this ain't right. This is far from right. So this is me, Debbie 100, signing off. Thanks, guys. End of rant.